Okay, if everyone will remember. Last time, you had went down the circular staircase in Iris Hill. So you are underground and you come out in a hallway and a lady at the end of in one of the rooms, she shouted out, if you think your condition means you're important, you're wrong, you're nothing. Um, we are all worthless before the unspeakable one, even if he has marked you. I am the one who will open this world to him, not Laos, and not you. You will not take my place. You will die. The king in yellow is coming. And if you throw a picture back up so you know who you're addressing.
Strange, she looks a lot friendlier than she sounds.
Yes, she does, doesn't she?
Like a mean Mexican hooker.
And let's see. Eric had been casting Detect Magic and concentrating. He did detect the presence of magic just ahead.
Yeah, and this round I'll actually be able to, it'll be the third round of channeling Detect Magic. So I'll be able to tell the strength and, let's see. The strength and location of each aura, yes.
Okay, so Steph, you would be up.
Okay, so we have established that she is not a very nice person, right?
She seems to be moving to attack us, yes.
Okay, so
Have you noticed, by the way, how suicidal a lot of them seem to be? It's like they think they're not just stronger than us, they're like 4 times as strong as us because they're attacking the entire party by themselves.
I guess I'll move into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move to there, and
Okay, Steph, as you move into the room, I need you to make a reflex save.
why you got to go there?
Oh boy!
I mean, you
here we
couldn't have
go.
just waited for me to finish my detecting of magic before you move in.
Hello, I'm back already. Reflex saved already.
Steph couldn't actually wait for me to, figure out what the hell is going on, so.
Oh, good thing he passed it.
We hope.
Yes, for half damage. Anyway, there was a glyph of warding cast on the doorway.
Doorway?
Yeah, I took one for the team.
What doorway?
Where the line is, right there.
On the archway or something. There's no
Correct.
door there. Okay.
Right, correct.
So I took 8 points.
No, you take 15 points of damage.
Okay. I assume you'll adjust that for me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you take 7 points of damage for half.
Okay.
I was about to say that would have really fucking hurt if he failed.
Well, I shoot at her and I miss. So, Poppy, tear it up.
I think I'm just going to step to about there and hold off on any further actions until Eric has finished detecting magic. Because I'm
Okay,
not
so
gonna
I
be
channeled for
reckless
my
yet.
third round. And thus I basically detect all of them. I'm going to use my Book of the Lore Master for my knowledge check here. which means that I have another 5 on top of this, without counting the roll. So I have 31 knowledge arcana to try to determine what any magic I detect within this area.
Okay. Well, initially, right in the archway, you detect the fading
Aura of a
presence.
glyph of warding. Amazing.
Yes, and coming from that direction, you detect basically some magic armor, some magic weapons, like a ring of protection.
Okay, now, did you say that the graphic in the middle of the floor had magic on it last time, I think? Or is that non-magical?
Let's see. 30-foot high ceiling in the middle of the floor. There is a tile mosaic emitting a thin yellow vapor. Uh, tu- 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 tu. Um, It emits a thin yellow vapor that fills the room with a faint odor of chrysanthemums. The vapor rises up, toward which an image of the marionettes, towers, and spires of a mysterious city silhouetted against a yellow sky can be seen.
So this whole thing with the vapor and the spires of a city, I'm assuming that's magic of some kind?
Let's see. If it is, it doesn't play into the story.
Okay. So is there any magic that we should be aware of in that cone besides the item she is wearing? And the fading glyph of warding?
Negative. There is not.
Alright, I'll say looks clear for now. Sith triggered it. And I'll take a 5-foot step up there.
And she's gonna move back into the room. And Ugar, you are up, sir.
She doesn't do anything but just move back.
Correct.
On a 5-foot step, and I will ready an action. If she comes near, I will attack her. She don't look, how can I say, aggressive.
Well, she certainly sounds aggressive.
Yeah.
Steph,
Yeah.
I should have had you do this last round, but can I get you to make a perception check?
Oh, Yeah. Let's go. And but I'm keeping that 23.
I'll let you keep that 23.
How's that?
You do notice when you come in the room, where are we? There was this creature sneaking about in the corner behind you. So if you want to change that 23 to the other creature, you can.
Well, that depends. Does the 23 hit the other creature? No, I'm actually. Although I'll change my move. I'm going to move away from him. So
Yes, the
1,
23 does hit.
2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, I will change to the, well, I got to get to a place where I can see her. Hold on here, let me go back to, I was here, right?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know, like tokens.
1, 2,
Just
3,
shoot the ugly thing.
4. Yeah, I'll move over to there, straight across from her, away from the ugly thing. There we go. Yep. And then actually, yeah, so, and then I'll just go ahead and keep shooting at her. So, 7 points. And then the ugly thing will come over and maul me now, I assume.
You are correct.
I had a feeling.
Let me drop it on you instead of him.
Ha! Take that.
He bites himself.
Not very bright, is he?
Maybe he's hungry and knows he tastes better.
I'm gonna double move to, I guess about here. And I'm gonna toss my shield at the ugly thing.
Okay, so what type of knowledge should I roll here?
Knowledge, Arcana, knowledge, it's an aberration.
Dungeoneering? So what does a 26 tell me about whatever the hell this thing is?
Okay, a 26 lets you know that it's immune to cold.
What is it, first of all?
It's one of them.
Alright,
Bitsky.
so that's an actual creature type, not a name for it.
That is the actual creature type.
Okay. What do we know about them?
Let's see. It's got bloodlust. When it bites a living creature, it's driven to a frenzied bloodlust. For 1 minute, it gets a +2 to attack and damage against that target. Got a low metabolism. It can survive in the void of outer space, and it flies through space at incredible speeds.
So it's an alien again.
I think there's going to be a lot of aliens in this campaign.
It is immune to the effects of the yellow sign.
What does that mean?
The yellow sign that they that the cult paints on walls and so forth that causes sickness or something.
Okay, and it's immune to that. 'Cause I don't think we've run across that, so. Okay, and what is it like immune or has defenses against? You said immune to cold. Anything else?
Immune to cold, confusion and insanity effects, critical hits, hunger, sneak attacks.
Okay.
If it's immune to cold, is it vulnerable to fire?
No more than anything else.
I tried.
We have 3 rounds of Inspire Courage left, but I don't think we really want to do that unless we're actually in position, so. I'm going to go ahead and move over to there. The double move.
Okay. And let's see what she's going to do. She's going to come over towards Poppy and swing at Poppy with a rapier. And she threatens but does not confirm the crit. And Poppy resists the damage. Ugar, you are up, sir.
Changing now. I will charge. Can't I charge this woman?
Yeah, I'll let you charge.
Let me apply the effect. And I may have a bonus for flanking.
Yes.
Now, if he's charging, it doesn't that provoke an attack of opportunity? Actually, you can't charge there. Charging has to go to the square we have the first attack
This
option.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
That means no attack of opportunity though, so that's good.
And no opportunity, no flanking, but it's still charging. Okay.
Wow, she is terrible AC.
Nice.
Take that one.
Biatch.
Biatch.
She's still only wounded though.
Never give your back to a dwarf with an axe.
I will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And let's see here. So I want to add point blank shot because I'm within 30 feet now. So hold that thought. Under effects, point blank shot. Okay, and then I will shoot her sorry ass and miss. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Just so you know, Poppy's getting ready to hate you here in a second. And it's going to take a 5-foot step, and it's
Sorry,
going
Poppy.
to try and claw and bite Poppy. And let's see, we got a hit on a claw. Poppy didn't resist that.
But it only did 1 damage. And there's my automatic miss for the day.
Yes.
Good.
Since we're actually engaged in a setting where people benefit from this, and since I think she's been mentioned as being like the head of this place with Lausgon, right?
Yes, she has.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'll actually burn my second to last Inspire Courage. Or third to last. Then I'm going to move down to there to give Poppy a flanking bonus.
And let's see. Ugar was the last person to hit her. That just sucked. And she's gonna take a 5-foot step.
Chain of flanks.
Five-foot step.
And that's how you tango.
Nice. Real nice.
Well, she kind of felt that.
Yeah. That's the whole objective. The whole point.
Doug.
That just sucks.
I take a second to stare down this ugly creature and then I ignore him completely.
You didn't completely ignore him.
I stared him down and then I said, "Fuck you, you barely hurt," and I turned around to hit the lady. Correction, kill the lady.
There you go. Whap that bitch.
Because this is the way Wintermute operates, I'm not going to attack it because that would cause it to attack me even if I poke it for 3 damage compared to Poppy's 20. Unless I delay to be in front of Poppy. So I am just going to go in total defense. And I am going to let my song expire since she's down and this thing seems like less of a threat.
Well, she ain't doing nothing.
I'm back. Sorry, guys, for this.
And you're up, Ugar.
Can I move to this square?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see how this thing reacts to that.
Yay. And I got a bite and a hit on Ugar. Ugar, you managed to shake off his bite.
That's great. How is the size of this creature? Is it small or large?
It's probably 60 by 60. Or are you asking about the creature?
Yes. if it is large or
No, it is a medium-sized creature.
okay.
Melisande has been allowed to stabilize. I smell plot things.
Ugar, you're up.
Okay. Great damage.
Oh
It's
shit.
nearly max. 1 point of max damage.
Yes, almost. Almost max.
So I guess, oh, they're both, I'm gonna
Yeah.
move over here and check her status. Is she actually dead or just mostly dead?
She is. Well, would you like to make a heal check?
Yeah, I guess it will.
He's like,
Well-
no, me wisdom bad from mutagen, me not like heal checks.
She's mostly dead.
Which
We
means
can
she's a
fix
little bit
mostly
alive.
dead.
So I'll ask, do we want her completely dead, or do we want to talk to her?
If the GM left her on the combat tracker to stabilize, I'm assuming we probably want to talk to her.
Or even just have the detectives talk to her.
Okay, I will not coup de grace her then. I'll let Poppy do it.
Run!
You all can go out of combat if you so wish. So, does anyone want to coup de grace her?
Nah.
Well, let's rephrase it. Is anyone going to coup de grace her? Because I'm pretty sure Poppy wants to.
Nah.
Alright, I mean, if she's down on the ground, and are we, like, effectively out of combat in terms of time right now?
Yes, you are out of combat.
Okay, I detect magic. What magical items does she have on her? Because I don't want her to keep having those when she wakes up eventually.
To be such a plot point and a chaotic evil cleric, they gave her cure serious wounds, fly, cure moderate wounds, a hypnotic pattern, undetectable alignment. They really handicapped this woman. Okay, what she has gear-wise. She's got a +1 rapier. Actually, she's got several good shit. Hold on, I'll drag them over to the combat tracker. There are 2 scrolls of restoration.
Actual restoration?
Yes, actual restoration.
Hmm.
And there
That's
is
good.
a scroll of sending. There is a headband of inspired wisdom. And that is a +2.
Ugar, do you care about that?
Yeah, it can be great for me.
Any objections?
Nope.
Okay, then.
There is a ring of protection +1.
Poppy, do you have one?
I feel like I probably should.
Ugar, do you have one?
Yes, I do.
I have no ring of protection. I don't have.
Alright, any objections to giving that to him?
Nope.
+1 is 2,000.
For a weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 300 for masterwork. Plus 20 base for a rapier, so it'd be 2320.
And there's 400 gold pieces. So it'd make it 5,001. Okay, in addition to that,
How should I add this? Hellbound of Wisdom. Should I?
And you just increase your actual wisdom score on your character sheet by 2.
Okay.
she has a set of manuscripts on her that contain information about portals and conjugation magic. It's a relatively large book. It weighs 10 pounds and contains over 500 pages of parchment.
And you actually have to be able to actually read Aklo, I assume, in order to understand it. It says it's an ancient Aklo text.
Yes, I would say that.
So, can anyone else here read Aklo?
Nope.
Okay, well, good thing I can.
Of course you can. Why does that not surprise me?
Cthulhu Flagon!
Not to do any serious foreshadowing or anything, but you're going to be doing a lot of reading in the next 168 days. Okay. That's all she has.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you're all gonna tie her up for the time being, whatnot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a huge rush to this, since she can't possibly heal for, like, multiple days from her current condition.
And at the far end of the hallway, there's a marble throne sitting within a semicircular asp. There's a floor-to-ceiling band of gilded mosaics decorating the walls. They depict a fantastic urban landscape populated by figures in flowing robes and full-faced mask.
Knowledge check for planes. Or the 26. Actually, let's make it a 31. The 31, can I figure out where it's depicting?
Um,
You know what? Let's bump it. Let's use my lore master ability. With a 41, can I tell what it's depicting?
okay, you have you notice it kind of goes together with the mist that's rising up out of the floor. And it is actually depicting the hidden city of, just a second. Let me try that one more time. Neru. That's the correct spelling of it. Which is
Which is where Count Lao said he was planning to mount an expedition to the lost city of Neru Vizan. So
yes.
that's what he exactly. That's where he's trying to make his way to.
You don't have any hard evidence, but you know, with your score, I'll give you a really good educated guess.
Okay. Thinking if a 41 doesn't do it.
So, but that is all that you find in this room, in this throne room.
Well, let's go check the rest of the basement. Any objections?
No.
Okay. In the other room, you walk in and it's a circular vaulted chamber. And in the middle of the chamber, standing upon a platform of natural bedrock, you see a black stone monolith. And it glows with a pale yellow light. Bloodstains are on the floor surrounding the monument.
Looks like a poop on my picture. If you say it's a monolith, I'll have to believe you.
And let's see. Okay. By the way, the last chick you did defeat, she also had an unholy symbol of Hastur.
No great surprise there.
And I'm gonna throw it in the party sheet as well. So anyway, yeah, you have this black stone monolith standing in front of you.
Does it detect his magic?
Yes. You do detect faint conjugation and transmutation.
Alright, with a 26, what can I determine about what specific effects there are?
You know that they are capable of you know they can be used to send and receive messages. Are you willing to touch it for that 26?
Well, I'm trying to use the 26 to determine whether it seems dangerous to touch in the first place.
Um, yeah, with your 26, it does seem safe to touch.
Okay, I will touch it.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you did pick up that unholy symbol of Hester.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just to speed things along. Um, you get this brief flash in your head, in your mind, that, and suddenly you understand what the star delay is capable of doing. Um, you know that each one of them has a set number of charges, and when those charges are expended, it requires human sacrifices in order to recharge these devices. Um, they are um, any creature bearing the unholy symbol can make use of the following effects. Uh, you can create a temporary portal on a wall within 200 feet of the stone. Um, the user can then travel to another wall within 200 feet of one of the other two stars delay. When you get back to town, I'm sure you're going to ask around. There are two other stars delay that are known in Thrushmore. The third one that you
Only two,
found,
not three?
the third one that you found underneath Iris Hill is not known about.
Is this a star delay?
This is a star delay.
Okay.
Um, so anyway, within 200 feet of the monument, you open a portal, and on the other end, it's 200 feet within from the monument that you want to travel to.
Now, do we have to be aware of where that monument is? Can we use this to travel to the ones in Casmarin?
Um, some of them are tied to other planes. Um,
Can I tell how many charges this one has?
let's see.
Also,
Okay.
Ugar, do you have any channel energies left?
Let me
Before
check.
before we get to the charges, you do know that you can transmit short whispered messages to any point within 300 feet of one of the three monuments. Uh, all creatures wearing the unholy symbol of Hastur within that area hear the whispered message and can give a short reply.
Okay.
Um,
Let me see if I understand it. We don't know exactly what we will find in the other side of this portal.
Right now
Correct.
it's not a portal now, but in theory we could create a portal on a wall here to within 200 feet of any of the other stars to lay.
You know that this one has at least 15 charges, and they are only partially activated. So, short of striding around town or sending whispers, you're not capable of interplanar travel.
Well, we're not trying to do interplanar travel right now. Isn't Casmeron on this plane? I mean, he went to.
Yes. Sorry. There's a couple of cities that start with C. One of them is not on this plane. No, it is not capable of getting you there.
So I didn't realize the Dugar was actually setting up fervor. So can you apply 8, 11, 6, and 3 damage to everyone in that order? I guess I should have 8. I can do 8 damage to myself. Then Poppy should have 11, Ugar should have 6, and Sis should have 3.
Yeah, sorry, guys, I cast 2 times. I
No, no
pressed 2
problem. I
times.
just didn't see you do it. It's like, okay, I'll just do it myself since he doesn't have it set up because you haven't used it yet, but you actually did. So, whoops.
Yes, I have it already set up.
I mean, right now that Casmeron is technically, I guess it's a country, and then Neruvizan is the lost city in there, right? That's what we've been told. Yeah, because the mystical sites of Eastern Casmeron. Casmeron is called the land of 10,000 gods and 100,000 miracles. Pretty crazy place.
Yes, and honestly, with your, let me see the environment map here. I don't have a world map. He's going searching for the city of Nezervan, and
But in theory, right, according to what we found, the Neruvizan, which is a lost city in Casmeran, the lost city itself has 3 star stelae similar to the 3 in Thrushmore, right? That's what we've been told, at least, whether or not it's true. So, for example, are we able to use these to open up a portal to those other star stelae? Like, are they linked like that? Because if so, it seemed weird that he'd mount this expedition when he could just get to the city by using it.
in the state of activation, they are only good with the other 2 that are in town.
And what we take to rouse it to full power. And it's a problem on this end or the other end. In other words, like if we're in town and we come here and we check it each day, and then one day like, oh hey, Laos must have found it because now we can teleport there. That would clearly be some kind of sign, right? So does it need to be activated on the other end, and that's the problem with this link up, or is it a problem on our end? I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
You don't have the power, and quite honestly, in order to charge it, that it does require sacrifices.
Okay.
I vote for Poppy.
Gee, thanks.
Sorry, you must be this tall to not ride this ride.
I'm just saying, you have a large number of cultists around town. Is this what they want, to be sacrificed for Hastur?
Well, you're pretty confident that you just got the local cult leader.
just pretend the sacrificing cultists to power some weird evil magic contraption is not a good idea for any reason?
Okay, so we still need to actually. So all we can do with this right now is to send messages to people nearby, basically.
Yes, but they also have to be. You can teleport basically to one of 3 points in the city using them.
Do we know where the other two star stelae are?
When you get back to town, it's common knowledge that that 2 of these things existed. No one really truly knows in town what they were there for. You know, they've just been there for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Gotcha.
That's like a statue of a star. I'm getting it wrong. And
Okay, so we can send messages and we can teleport to the other star stelae, if that's like really important for some reason.
yes, that's one of the star storm.
Correct.
Yes, no, I got it.
Okay, so should we go back up the stairs and explore the northern and eastern rooms that we haven't hit yet?
As you say, man.
Okay, so we are back in the room with the guy keeper of the yellow sign.
Yeah, the guy you got rid of.
You know, if he didn't want to be gotten rid of, maybe he should have been less undead.
Okay, Eric, you are detecting magic coming. Which hallway are you going down?
Let's do the northern one first, and so we can actually see a door up there. And the
Okay.
water crosses it. Like, what does this water crossing the floor look like? Is that water crossing the floor?
No, actually, that is under the floor.
So we can't actually see that.
Correct.
Okay, well, this totally nondescript hallway with nothing in it, what does it look like?
You are detecting magic coming from this hallway.
Okay, well, I can knowledge arcana it with 26, or if it's an item that needs to be identified, I use a spellcraft of 16.
You detect a glyph of warding.
Okay, so am I able to know what exactly triggers it and what are ways to remove them?
Let's see. Um, a disabled device of 28 would work. You know that there are code words associated to it. And if you say the code words, it inactivates it.
Okay, and what's the worst case that can happen if we just trigger it intentionally, for example?
3d8 sonic damage.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want to wake up Millicent for like any reason right now. I don't trust her to tell us the truth on stuff like this, probably. I mean, I'd rather risk triggering this because it's not going to be that dangerous. Any objections?
No, you can't do that.
Nope.
Okay, now, am I able to... Like, is Sith able to, if I'm pointing out, like, that's where the runes are, is he able to see the runes of warding or whatever, or sigil of warding, what was it, glyph of warding? Like, can he see them and try to disarm them without setting them off? Or does he need magic sight to do that?
Yeah, he can see him. And as long
Okay.
as he makes his disabled device, it won't set it off.
1 second, 1 second. Please, God, Unguard, might Unguard, stay with me now. No, okay. Can try to disable.
Do you want to give him some guidance?
Yeah. No, I'm just in rolling playing.
Right, I'm saying you could literally cast. I don't know if you have the cantrip, but there's a cantrip called Guidance, which gives +1 to skill checks for the next attempt.
No, I have the detect magic and in resistance. I can apply resistance.
I think he already has a cloak of resistance, don't you, Sith?
I have a. No, I don't think I do. I have a cloak of Elvenkind.
Okay, sure, give him resistance.
I have to create the effect. 1 second.
I don't see it in my inventory. I don't remember getting one.
Okay, then you don't have one.
Oh, so what am I doing? I'm disabling something.
You're trying to disable the glyphs of warding. You see, like, is it on the door ahead?
Yes,
Okay.
it is on the door
Yeah,
ahead.
the strange glyphs on the door that you will. It's like
Like-
what we encountered down there.
I can move up to there without triggering it, right?
Yes.
And now I'm going to try to disable device. And this is the one
Is
that
it
does
correct?
3d8.
Yeah, that's roughly correct. I put it on him.
All right, here we go. Disable device
Poppy's not the one that gets it, but it will. I put it on Sith.
into the breach.
Well, I don't think that did it, but it also shouldn't trigger it, right? Don't you have to fill it by at least 5 or something? What are the rules for disarming a glyph of warding?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
There, see? Told you winter was reasonable.
You want to try again?
No, I'm good. I'm good. It's disabled, right?
No, it's not disabled.
Oh, it's not. But I can try again.
The point is, yeah, like, I think for traps, and I'll try to check in a second, I think the idea is you have to, if you fail by 5 or more, you set it off. If you fail by 4 or less, you don't succeed, but it doesn't set it off.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, I got a +12, so I'll try it again. Well, that's the wrong direction. Did that set it off?
You rolled a 23. It needs to be a 28. That is 5 or more. Would you
Right.
like to make a reflex save?
I would love to make a reflex save. And do poorly. And take a bunch of damage.
Just a little bit. You take 14 points.
Yeah, I totally disarmed this thing. It's safe now. You guys can come up.
Generally,
Okay.
we're hoping it would be disarmed without having to cry medic.
Yeah, I know. But whatever. So, I'm going to step out for just a second. I'll be right back.
Not a problem.
Alright, so I presumably entered the room first and look over it. Am I detecting any more, like, say, glyphs of warding all over the chests?
As you go to open the door, you notice that the door is cold. And when you open the door, the walls of this bitterly cold room are clad with raw wooden boards. Many of the you see blocks of hazy ice and wooden crates of various sizes are stacked near the walls. No, you are not detecting any magic.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any magical traps in here, but Seth, if you want to actually look around and see if you see any more normal kinds, I'll just be standing back here.
Yes, that's really better. I will cast another resistance on Sith. All
The way you set
Might
it up
on
is
guard.
effectively permanent, so we'll need to actually like have Wintermute manually remove that later, but
All Might on guard. Protect, safe.
Well, now he's got 2 resistances.
Oh, sorry, you already have one?
mm-hmm.
Sorry, man. Didn't saw it.
So one of those you actually
Didn't
should
see it.
remove Wintermute because they're not set up as resistance effects either, so they'll stack when they shouldn't.
Who
Yes,
am I
I'm back.
yes.
removing?
Sith should only have 1 resistance. That's why he didn't respond. Sith, you're going to go in there and look for normal traps. There's no magical shit, but there could be normal traps. Or that's cold.
Okay. So I'm going in here. Well, I guess so. I'm going to check the door first.
The door's already open. Then it's cold in
Oh,
there.
doors are. Oh yeah. I just checked it. Okay. So I'm going to go in here.
You checked it. Is that what we're going to call this from now on? Guys, I checked the door.
I checked it. I checked the hell out of that door. Bitch went down. Okay. Let's see here. So is the perception check?
Yeah.
Eh. Not my finest hour.
Yeah, you're not finding any traps, and honestly, this is just it's a refrigerator.
The refrigerator with the glyph of warding on the door. I'm finding this unlikely. If I look around the room, what do I see?
A lot more than I did.
uh, you notice a secret door.
It's a lot more than just a refrigerator, boys. But that's all. That I don't notice anything about the crates and shit in here.
No, they're just typical foodstuffs and shit that needs to be kept cold.
Hey, typical for Count Lao's could be wine worth 50 gold each, man.
Let's not forget we're dealing with weird-ass cultists. It could be human meat.
That too. Are there like bodies stashed in there?
No, there's no bodies being stashed.
Just for the sake of making sure it doesn't accidentally get sold off, I'm gonna grab both scrolls of restoration and sending from the party tab. Because they actually have costs associated with them, and I don't want those to just disappear on us. Any objections?
No.
Nope.
Do we want to keep the 9,000 gold speak with dead things? Confabulation plates?
Don't we should use the restorations scrolls to restore us on the
Well,
lost?
it would be nice if we could just find on our travels somebody who can just cast it. It'd be a lot cheaper. Especially since there's more than just 2 of us that have dex damage.
No, okay, I got it. If we can find someone in the travel, but to me, I don't see the point. But it's one. I can wait. But I believe Poppy has more.
Yes, Puppy and I have a lot more. You're the least worst. You're the least worst off, I guess is how it would technically be at this point.
Yes. But Poppy, I think you should use it right now. She's our front.
Let me check something.
Restoration. I don't remember how much it will restore, but
I mean, if we found somebody who could cast Restoration, it looks like it would probably cost us 380 gold anyway, and the scroll apparently is only would cost 700 to replace, so if we want, I suppose we could do that. Do people want to do that instead?
Yes, I think we should start to restore Poppy.
Any objections?
Wait, sorry, what are we doing?
Question is, do we try to find somebody who can cast Restoration, or do we use the Scrolls of Restoration on you and me, and Ugar just to Saha Sex to be him for now?
Yes.
Well, how long would it take to go back to town and
We need to
use...
find a cleric at least of 7th level or a war priest of level 10.
We may find some monsters in the way, and with these stats, I think worth the money. Try to use this both scrolls.
It's not so much the money I'm thinking about, but the amount of time for which we would be gone.
Well, the other catch is that if we have these, they're presumably, I mean, are these the type of scrolls that can remove permanent level drain as well?
Yes, restoration, I believe it
No, but
is.
there's like two different types. Are these the more powerful kind, or are these the weaker kind?
Yeah, it's restoration, not less restoration. There's
No,
restoration less and great.
right, but restoration has two different types of normal restoration. Is this the strong or the weak kind?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
There is two kinds, I don't know.
Type 1 has 1,000 gold and with material dust used to cast it, which can dispel permanent negative levels. Type 2 only has 100 gold worth of dust, which cannot restore permanent negative levels.
I'm gonna say they're greater.
1 second. Alright, so what do we know about the scrolls, sorry?
They're greater.
The better kind of normal
Yeah.
restoration. So this is like, they're more valuable than they're actually worth basically 1,700 each, or 4 times the cost of a service. I mean, if you guys want to use them now, we can, but buying more scrolls of restoration to have with us to have to, get rid of temporary or permanent negative levels would cost significantly more.
The kind of damage that we will receive is ability temporary damage. So could we use lesser
Your ability
restoration?
drained, not ability damaged.
An ability drain need to be restored with what?
Restoration. Or I think maybe heal. Does heal do that? I mean, that'd be even worse, but... No, heal doesn't even remove it.
No.
Yeah. Pretty much just restoration.
What do you think? We should use it or not?
I mean, I feel like I'd rather try to find out what kind of effort it would take to find a level 10 War Priest or level 7 Cleric who's actually able to cast it, and if it turns out that's like nigh impossible, then we can use them. But the thing is, right, it's like we're going to have to try to hunt one out anyway because we still want to cure Ugar. Because Ugar has -1 AC, -1 Reflex, -1 Initiative right now, as long as he has that -1 Dex. We don't want to have him like sit like that for 10 levels.
No, I agree. We'll have to find it, but while we find it, we may have to find to reach some combats.
Well,
If we-
my concern is if we can't go take an overnight rest because things are going to respawn, for lack of a better term, then do we really want to go spend 2 weeks trying to dig up a guy to fix our shit?
We're going to need to find a guy to fix our shit eventually, no matter what. I'm saying we finish clearing this out and then we see what's going to happen next and what we need to do. Because if we're going to follow Laos, for example, then we're going to need to go, from Thrushmore to Zer and go down the Selin River to Kazmarir, then mark the coast to Kathir, right, and then go to Kazmaran. And probably somewhere along that journey, hopefully soon, we'd probably find somebody who could cast it to help Ugar at a minimum. The question is kind of, if we've defeated the leader of the cult here, is there going to be anything dangerous enough that means we need to use the scrolls right now rather than saving them for later?
Do you remember if ability drain does not restore with sleep?
It does not. Damage does. Ability drain does not.
Yes. But my penalty is low. Is still low. It's 1, but yours are much worse. I say, it's my opinion, but I say to use it.
I'm gonna be AFK for a second.
Bobby Sith, what do you think?
Pop Sith, are you there?
I'm here, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Well,
Also, I feel like I should point this out. Well, actually, that might not be so bad because, okay, never mind. Due to a quirk of the system. I mean, at a minimum, we don't want to use it until we level to 7, which is apparently going to happen. I guess it's some meta knowledge on one hand, but if we try to use it now, Ugar has to make a check to even try to activate it, and if he rolls a 1, he can cause a mishap from the scroll, including things like spell's effect on the target is contrary to the spell's normal effect, which means they could like add penalties or something instead of removing them.
Yes.
Okay, so what's it gonna be?
I mean, I vote that we don't use it for now, and we can always decide to use it at like any point. But the point is, like, if it becomes clear we're not going to be able to find somebody who casts it, and we're going to be engaging in heavy combat or something, we can use it then. But I'd say finish exploring this place. I don't think anything here is going to be worse than what we've already faced, since I was a cult leader. And then we can talk to the detectives and figure out what they think and what they know and all that kind of stuff and where we need to go from here. And then we can still use the scrolls at that point if it turns out that's the best idea.
Okay.
Alright, then let's do that.
So in the northeast corner, you find a trapdoor that covers,
trapdoor? Okay.
or secret door, and it takes you down a hallway that eventually leads into a natural cave. There's light in the cave from these large floor lanterns, and down and you can see 3 of these things down at the end of the cave in the water.
What the fuck is that?
An elder thing, of course.
It's an ugly spud.
Elder thing.
Oh my God, haven't you done any magical research in your life? What's wrong with you?
So, what would you like to do?
Roll for initiative?
Would you all like to buff and move and then roll for initiative?
I don't think we're really buffing.
Yes, I'm assuming my blast of fire. You are not passing more turns.
And by the way, can you remove the resistance buffs on Sith and Puppy? I mean, are they like moving toward us right now? Have they seen us?
They are aware of you, yes. But no,
Okay.
they're not moving.
Can I tell what? I'm assuming these are aberrations. Were they 31? What can I tell about them for knowledge engineering?
Well, they're not of this world. They are capable of hibernation. They are capable of flying among the stars.
Are they like
they're
evil
immune.
things, or?
They are technically lawful neutral. They're immune to cold. They have fire resistance 10. They're amphibious, and they have 5 tentacles that they can hit you with.
What kind of languages do they know? Do I know?
Elder Thing is their language. I don't think you speak that one.
I don't think that's one of the things I studied in Bard School. What do we generally know about them? Like, are they? You said that they're not considered evil. Can I speculate as to why they like might be here, what their goals might be? Like, what do I know about their general society or philosophies or whatever, if anything?
Um, you suspect that their presence may have something to do with the star delay and what Laos and the cults were trying to do.
Okay, if I like sheath my rapier and just walk forward slightly, with my hands like up in the air, like signifying, at least to human minds, like no harm. Like when I move to there, how do they react?
Right now they're just watching you.
I'll say, I I don't know if we can speak with these things, but they're not actually evil.
Does anybody have comprehend languages?
Nah.
Nope.
Oh, hey, hang on. Oh no, I thought I might have had a scroll of comprehend languages. Thought we picked something up with comprehend languages earlier. Did we not do that?
Yes, I believe we have something. Let me see my inventory too. I have one scroll of Zone of Truth.
But what about comprehend languages?
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm not seeing it in the party inventory.
Ugar. Well, actually, no, you still couldn't do that, damn.
Uh, I have one air bubble. So we will not draw.
Let's see.
Try to mimic to them like a performance.
Okay, so comprehend language doesn't actually even allow us to speak the language, but allows us to understand it.
Yes.
I mean, if I try to just gauge their general motives and how they're acting right now, what does the sense motive of 24 tell me?
Right now you're not feeling particularly threatened. You're still cautious, but you think if you don't attack, they won't attack.
Mimic something to them if we can pass through.
Like what, though?
No, only to check if there's something else behind them. Through this corridor. Can we walk through this corridor?
Um, that it's pretty much a really large supply pipe. Yes, you could get through it one at a time, but half of it is underwater. You know, it's the lake feeding the aqueducts.
Yes. Don't we? You think we should check this well that we find back there?
Yeah, I mean, unless people object, I say we leave these things alone right now and maybe come back tomorrow.
That's definitely a
Because they don't
wise
seem
idea.
hostile and I don't think they're evil, so I don't know why they're here, but
Wise
Might
idea.
be set as guards by someone for something.
It's possible, but they're not like irredeemable evil like a lot of this other shit.
Yeah, true that.
Yes.
Okay, so unless anyone objects, we back out and we go over to in that direction for that room. We close the secret door behind us.
No objection here.
No, and that woman, have we will left her behind, or we'll take her to the guards?
We'll take her to the detectives once we leave here, but she's unconscious and will be unconscious for several days at this point.
Hmm.
Okay. The other room is actually just a well room.
And there is something we can see, some exit under the water.
Those are the supply pipes. Hold on, I'll go ahead and unmask the entire map.
Hmm.
So it circles right back to the cavern that has those elder things in them.
Okay, I believe there's nothing here.
This isn't anything important.
No, it is not.
Alrighty.
So, gentlemen, I believe we should go back to tavern, drink some beers, and rest.
Let's see
We'll
if we
take-
can maybe find that wandering level 7 cleric.
Before we do that, so we were hauling back Melisson with us, and then we still had before we leave the estate. Going back to the general map of the estate, we still had that weird hole near the stable. We technically have like a haunted thing there as well, but let's worry about the hole first. Like, does it look like it's connected to the underground stuff we found in any shape or form, or is this an entirely separate cave system?
Let's see.
Yes, there's a hole in the stable. Well, remember.
There's a hole in my dungeon, dear Liza, dear Liza.
Yes.
That hole next to the stable comes out in the cavern with the elder things.
Hmm.
Where in the cavern exactly? Does it say?
It lives right there.
Yeah, I would say somewhere right around there.
Oh shit. Hmm. Okay then, I believe
No,
we've finished.
yeah, I would say it probably comes out closer to the water.
Okay. Well, I vote we go back to the detective agency and tell them everything we found and toss Melisson to them and try to figure out what the hell to do now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, it can be. If this is detective agency isn't with these evil guys, I don't know. I'm not really trusting her.
Okay, when you all report back and turn over Melisson and so forth, Mr. Brents is very relieved that, the troubles facing Thrushmore are coming to an end. You've caught the cult leader, you've solved many of the town's problems. Um, she does apologize to you all for any disrespect or, doubt that she may have showed on, earlier on. Um, She does encourage you to, continue seeking out Count Laos, not only to get your memory back, but, he's involved with some dangerous and weird stuff, as you're finding out. And she offers to help you all in whatever way she can. Do you all need any help?
Well, Laos apparently is on this expedition, so trying to figure out what's going on with that and whether we should try to follow him is kind of important. Knowing whether there's other threats around here is important.
Finding someone who can help with our dex penalties is important. Or dex and
If you happen to know any
else
powerful clerics.
I could use some X, Vorpal X plus 4. Just saying. Okay, no. Being serious about it.
um, do you all tell her where Laos was headed?
I just said that, so yeah.
Okay. Um, you know, she offers to arrange passage on a ship for you all to Casimir, so that you can continue your pursuit of Laos. If, finding a ship large enough to make the journey in a decent time is really hard to find, but she's aware of a ship called the Sellen Starling. The Sellen Starling, Sellen Starling.
It's not the Sullen Starling?
Sellen,
What
Sell.
does that even mean?
How do you write it?
And
Selen.
it's capable of making the journey, and it's set to arrive here in Thrushmore in 2 days' time. She's offering you all lodging here until the boat comes to port, if you all wish.
Works for me.
Okay.
And she can provide you with several restoration scrolls that might help with your dex damage.
That's great. That's great.
Yay.
I think we should, everyone, save some money to buy 1 or 2 wands of Curie, light wands, that we have been using a lot and have been great.
Right now we have 53 charges of Cure Light Winds.
53. Have you already bought another one?
We did that last week.
Okay, then.
Okay, so if she has some scrolls of restoration that she got somehow, Are we going to assume that Ugar succeeds? Are we going to actually make him try, or are we going to level? Or is this would we would level up anyway, and thus he would be the necessary caster level in the first place, and thus avoid the problem? Did you mute yourself again?
Sorry. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes, I'm going to let Ugar succeed in using the scrolls. So,
That's
Hooray.
and then, yes, you will. Now is the time to level up.
that's great. That's
Awesome.
great.
And while you're doing that, I just want to go over a couple of things. You know that Count Laos has arranged for the journey to Casimir, and that he's going to meet up with his old friend, Mr. Munn.
Miakin.
Yeah, Miakin.
Miakinian Mun.
To translate and research on the Necronomicon. Then the Count was going to travel further south to look for the lost city of Nezervan. Although, you know, he's looking for it, but you don't know why. Um, and you've also learned about the Star's delay, about how they do have power, how they can travel to other worlds and so forth if they're fully activated and whatnot. Uh, you know that the final stages of Count Laos's research took place using dreams. In one of the journals that you found, uh, it does contain a spell called the Dreamlands Excursion. And I just drug it into the chat window. But through the use of this spell, you are able to separate from your physical self and travel into the dreamlands.
With us needing a miniature staircase worth 2,500 gold.
Um,
I'm just looking at the components here
yeah, where did you get that?
from the Dreamland Excursion link.
No, I saw where you see it. Uh,
Or is this like a special version that's not that one?
uh, where did you get the staircase?
The components for the spell?
I was thinking in the campaign. Give me a minute and I'll look that up on the staircase, but you do have the staircase one way or another.
Okay.
Sorry, man. I got lost for 1 second. I'm looking the level up. What do you need?
Don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
To me, it's hard to concentrate and listen English, read in English, and write in English at the same time.
And you know, through the use of this Dreamland's excursion spell ritual, that Count Laos and yourselves went into the Dreamlands to speak with a figure known as the Mad Poet. And you know, as a result of that meeting, that's why you cannot remember your past.
And the Mad Poet told Laos to look for the Necromonicon.
Correct. Okay, is there anything in the party sheet that anyone wants?
Do we want to keep the confabulation plates for use to speak with dead?
Hmm.
I mean, being able to talk with the dead without having to spend the money on the ritual and all that, once per day still seems like it could be useful.
Okay for me, no problem.
Okay. I mean, we quote unquote obviously need to keep Lau's journals and book stash and the Phaeoniconics manuscripts. I think we also want the scrolls of psychic surgery, which also don't have a price, and the unholy symbol, which doesn't have a price. So that leaves selling the longsword, the rapier, the bookplate of recall, the masterwork rapier, and the wine, basically. Any objections to that?
No.
Not particularly. Is the longsword with purple light important for any reason?
Not that we can tell.
No, it's not.
Also, we no longer have the dexterity problems, right?
Correct.
Did I lose a point of dexterity? I think I did, didn't I?
I don't know, man. This is what you need to keep track of.
Yes, Steph, I think you did.
So I remember making my save and taking 1 point, and then
Yeah.
I think Ugar lost like 40 points. So we can change that back now, right? Because of the restore?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
You wanted to keep the psychic surgery?
I mean, it doesn't have a price anyway, so yeah. Can't that stuff just stay in the party inventory? It won't get sold, I think. So it doesn't have a price.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for 5.
A quick question. Am I able to find a scroll of investigative mind anywhere in town? It's a level 2 bard spell.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
I'll be back in a few.
Do people have any objections paying 50 gold each for a scroll of investigative mind for us to use and with the mnemonic vestment?
Nope.
Not really.
Alright.
Marked it off.